of Pretty Lip Talk. Today we have one of my closest, most amazing friends here.
How y'all doing today?
This is Kanisha. You want to say Kanisha?
Nisha, either way, it's cool.
This is Kanisha McMorris.
Whatever's more natural for you.
Kanisha McMorris. Introduce yourself, friend.
How y'all doing? I'm Kanisha McMorris, as she stated.
Okay. So Kanisha and I have been friends for about 4 years now. We met at work, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Right. And as we all know, the month of June is Pride Month. And my friend here is a celebrator.
I'm a lesbian. I mean, what you want me to say? A celebrator. I'm not. A celebrator is somebody that just come down there to Belmont or to the festivities and kick it.
So I'm like
this is my regular lifestyle.
Okay, so you're a member of the
LGBTQIA community. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So today we're gonna pretty much discuss that and their lifestyle with it and everything else surrounded by it. Normal conversation.
Yep.
Normal conversation. Okay? You cool? You ready?
Yeah, I'm good. Come on.
Okay. You had a good day?
It was a busy day at work, but it's smooth. I'm good.
Okay, so we're gonna make
ready to unwind. So yeah.
Oh, let's go, friend. Let's unwind. Okay, so friend, like you said it just a second ago, you are a lesbian.
Yeah.
So at what age did you realize that you was a lesbian?
Well, I've been a tomboy my whole life. I can't really pinpoint when I noticed I started liking girls for real, but I think I came out about 16. Came out, well, more so to my peers at about 16.
You came out to your peers first or your family?
The first person I admitted that I was a lesbian to was my cousin. Rest in peace. My cousin LeBron. I told him I was a lesbian because he, was a homosexual. He's a gay man. And I told it was easier to tell my friends than it was to tell my family. So I told my family I was about 17. I think turning 17 or 17. Yeah.
How did your family respond to that?
It was cool.
Wait, what did your mom say when you said mom?
My mama straight up told me I've known you've been gay since you were 5 years old.
Oh, big close.
Big close. She a wild girl. She said, I've known you gay since you was 5 years old. I'm like, okay, mom.
I've heard someone else say that though, they know someone was gay at a young age. But that's kind of weird to me because, I have nieces and nephews that's 5 to 10 years old or something. And I can't look at them like sexuality, sexuality, this is who they're going to be or,
Like I just said, when I wasn't thinking about sex or who I like on a sexual level, but I knew I wasn't an average girl. I love sports. I oh, that's my guy. That's my brother. And I wasn't looking at that, I like him. He's sexy, nothing like that.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? So, I wouldn't say you necessarily know who you want to be a sexual partner, but you know that something's different about you.
So, when you felt those things, did you, embrace that?
What's that?
Even when you start, the very first girl you start liking, which we're going to get into, the very first girl you start liking, did you, ever get to that point of, why am I like this? Why am I attracted to this girl? Or what's up with this? Did you have to question yourself, kind of?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of go through, identity thing, you questioning why, but I didn't really sleep on it. I just think I more so didn't acknowledge it.
You didn't acknowledge it?
Yeah.
Did you try to hide it okay, I'm attracted to this girl, but I'm going to try to say I got a boyfriend or something?
So it's not boyfriend, but I'll be attracted to a woman, but act oh yeah, these boys is cute, that type of thing.
Okay. Do you still see yourself doing that now?
What?
Saying oh, that's a handsome guy, he cute, or something like that. Do you look at a guy and be okay, he got...
I'm not blind. I could tell you if a man's handsome. Just like you can say a woman looks good without being sexually attracted to her.
Right.
I can tell you a guy look good. Matter of fact, I feel even if I was a straight woman, I have a preference. I know what type of guy I would be attracted to if I was straight.
Why is that something you think about or thought about?
I just said I'm not blind. I could tell
I
you
know
what
you're
type
not
of man is
blind, but
like.
it's like I don't know if I'm like if I was a lesbian woman, I would like this kind of girl. I ain't never think no shit like
I
that.
think
don't
more
think.
so. Look, don't think I'm weird or nothing. I think more so because like since I do want children, I'm like that's a good mate. That's a good breeding partner. If I was to have a kid, like I could tell you this man looks good for that, or these are the genetics I would want.
I was about to
And
say, so you're gonna look at a good, like a dog, like a good breeding partner,
shit.
like just based off of his looks, like the appearance, and
Looks,
all of
genetics, personality, all that plays a factor. Like,
that. When you have kids.
yeah.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. Okay, okay. So about this first girl that you, I guess, had a crush on, how did that go? Like, what happened?
Truthfully, I couldn't even tell you the first girl I had a crush on.
Okay,
Um,
you a dog in these streets, huh?
no, it's been like not women at the time, girls I was attracted to, but I couldn't tell you who I had like the first person I had feelings for or really liked.
Okay. So who was the first girl you went on a date with? Like, how did you approach that kind of situation?
I think my first date probably wasn't until about my senior year in high school. I was kind of a late bloomer. Like I didn't.
Friend, that's not a late bloomer.
Oh, yeah.
You was around people that was,
So
you know,
my first date was probably about 17.
17.
About
What y'all
7.
do?
Usual stuff like go out to eat, kick it.
So your mom wasn't opposed.
Or like I
to
used to like talk in the park or sit in the car or something, talk. That's like one of them type of dates.
Friend, you was clapping cheeks in the car before.
I've only clapped cheeks in the car one time. Never
That's
like
good. I'm
yeah.
proud of you. That's good. That's good. Okay. So your mom, your mom was fine with you going with the girl. So what about the girl family? Like, did they know anything about what was going on? And it was like, oh, that's just friends. Like, y'all can sleep at each other's house, and then y'all freaking in these people's house or something. Like, how did that go? Like, what did her family say?
Of course, my mama was cool with it. My mama, I don't have a strict mother. Like, even with my straight siblings, she don't care. Like, we can have company, we can have guests, like on that type of time. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Some females, mamas was cool with it. Some of them wasn't. Even now at 30, it's still some women who mama not cool with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is there anybody in your family who was kind of opposed to this? Like any close members or like your siblings? Anybody who was kind of like opposed?
My family, for the most part, they're very supportive. My mama's side, they always been supportive since day one. I feel like it was a little pushback from my dad's side. Matter of fact, it was it was some stuff said
That made you feel like shit, like
not necessarily like shit, but I didn't feel accepted.
okay.
So I remember one time I was in high school and I posted a picture of me and this girl I was talking to at the time, and I think I had just I think I kissed her. We was kissing or something. Or I kissed her on the cheek. Whatever I was doing, it had got back to me that people in my family was talking about it. Shout out to my cousin Stephanie. She always kept it 100.
Oh, my cousin
Yeah,
Stephanie.
she told me like, oh, the girl they said you on Facebook kissing a girl. On what? Who told how your daddy tell you that he ain't got no Facebook? Mm-hmm. So me being a ignorant, immature teenager, I go on Facebook and out my dad's family, like my dad's side of the family, like on some to my father's nosy side of the family.
Ooh,
don't worry about what I'm doing. They don't even check on me, but you worried about what I'm doing on Facebook type of thing. I regret that now as an adult, but at the same time, I didn't feel accepted. And when I was a teenager, it wasn't no out gay people on that side of the family. Neither side of my family. Like, this is not something that people are out and doing in my family. Like, even now, I think me and LaRon's are only openly out people on my mom's side.
So it's more
on my dad's side.
Family that's like into the same sex or something.
On my mama's side, no openly, just me and LaRon. Okay. On my dad's side, I have younger cousins that's out now, and I feel like I probably made it easier for them to be who they are because that's know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm the first person out.
Okay, so we had talked before, like, about your grandmother. Because I
Okay.
know your grandmother, she's pretty old school here. So how did that go? How did that work out for you?
My granny, don't get me wrong, my granny loves me. She accepts me. She accepts me and LaRon for who we are. But I do think with her being as religious as she is, she questions our salvation and like,
Yeah.
what will we be? You know what I'm saying? Are we going to hell? Are we going to heaven after this? So she really talks to me about, accepting the Lord as my, accepting Jesus as my Lord and Savior and getting myself right with God. And I think she pushes that so much on me because I'm a lesbian. Because I don't hear her talking to her other grandkids about that. So I feel like that's her biggest concern. It's like, even
Well,
with
just 'cause
like,
you don't hear it, friend, that don't mean she ain't doing it. She probably
No,
talk in their own personal.
she probably do talk,
time.
you know what? Because we all have our own like individual relationship with
Yeah.
her. But I know that is something that she talked to me and LaRon about. Even as I was planning LaRon's funeral, I can tell kind of the resistance to me really talking about his lifestyle or including his lifestyle in that, because she kept saying, well, that doesn't matter. That's not going to get him to heaven, But I'm
Okay.
like, that's a part of him.
So when you say like your family, because I hear this a lot. I personally don't necessarily agree with it, but I do hear it a lot. Like, if your family or your friends say like now, if I say, oh, Kanisha, I'm kind of opposed to you being a lesbian or something like that, do you feel like that's love lost? Because you know how some people be like, well, if you don't accept me, you don't love me. And do you feel like that in a sense? Or do you have like a respected boundary, like, well, everybody is different, everybody have their own beliefs, and as long as I show you the love, I genuinely love you, but that don't mean I have to agree with what you're doing.
Well, I feel like what I do in my bedroom in my private time has nothing to do with anyone. I don't judge anyone or question what anyone else does in their relationship or with their sexuality. So don't worry about mine. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's a part of me. I can't hide what you need. You need to change how I dress or who I date. I can't do that.
Right.
So,
But do you feel like it's love lost? Like, again, I genuinely love you, but it's just like, if I say I don't agree with this, or even like your granny, like, how your granny stuff about you, but it's like, do you feel like when people say, oh, I don't agree with your lifestyle or something, or I don't accept that, like, even hypothetically, if y'all have like family functions and somebody be like, oh, well, your partner can't come because I don't believe in that kind of stuff in my house, and I don't want, that in my house, or
Well,
that around like kids, or whatever the deal may be.
then I can't come, because what are me and my partner doing to you? You know what I'm saying? Like,
But
so
sometimes
I didn't
you
have
be
that.
affectionate in front of, some, like, if it's the holidays and like, your sisters and they men, or your brothers and they girls, or
Well,
whoever.
first of all, me and you have the same similar old school background. Ain't nobody straight or gay showing all this PDA in front of their mama and their grandma, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't doing it. It's disrespectful. I ain't finna be kissing all on her grandma ass in front of my mama or my grandma, period.
My man be doing that. He don't be understanding why I be like, you cannot do that. Hold on, friend.
Yeah, you need to go in the kitchen and grab a little ass. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna do it in front of my granny.
And I'm trying to tell him, you cannot do that. My parents are here. No. And he, oh, you don't want to have no fun. But anyway, so if they say like, oh, I just don't want that in my house, or I don't want that around my children, or whatever the deal may be, how they feel about it.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But again, what is me doing, being a lesbian, doing to anybody else? You got fornicators sitting in there. You know what I'm saying? Adulterers. You got all these other people that's sinning. But you worry about what what we
And I just
doing.
think-
In my
I think-
honest lifestyle, I just so happen to be with the same sex, and you worry about what I'm doing.
I just think people really focus on homo. I am a person of this. I am a person. I honestly am. I'm a Christian woman, but
Yeah.
I am big on do what makes you happy.
That's how I was brought up.
That's my
As long as you ain't hurting nobody.
Yeah, and that's how I feel. As long as you're not hurting anyone, do what makes you happy. Whether I agree with it or not. If that's something you want to do, that's something I feel like you got to take up with God or
Look,
whatever.
let me
or
tell
whoever
you,
your high
I feel
power is.
like people use religion, Christianity, as a way to gay bash and be homophobic? Because how the hell are all of these other sin acceptable, but you worried about what somebody else's sexuality?
I'm gonna tell you like
you.
this.
So you say I can't be a God-fearing woman and be a lesbian at the same woman?
I'm gonna tell you
at
like
the same
this,
time?
friend. Only way I could really see it is just because that is literally like a daily sin. Like you said, you can have a fornicator, but right now, if I start dating somebody else, I'd be like, you know what? I'm not having sex with this guy until we get married. I could easily switch it off like that. But like you said, you know, this is who you is. So it's like, I'm going to do this. My partner forever will be a woman.
Yeah.
You know, so this is every day. This is something I'm going to do every day until the day that I possibly die. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, that's the only way I could really see it, because that's like literally a daily sin. But I am also a person who don't feel like no sin is greater than the other.
Yeah.
That's me. That's my beliefs. But I do know it's people in my family, even like, and I don't know if it's like an old school kind of way, but even like, I feel like if my grandparents were alive, they would probably be opposed to that, just because they grew up in the church. They are, you know, very religious, and, you know, and I'm not going to say they would distance themselves away, but I feel like they would put that pressure a little bit how your granny be doing, you know?
So let me tell you, my great-grandma, I think she died when I was 15. So I came out the following year after she died.
Okay.
But it was already like rumors that I was gay or whatever. And me and Stephanie talking to my grandma on the phone. My cousin Stephanie talking on the phone with my grandma. She was like, yeah, you know, Nisha like girls. My grandma like, what? She better not like no girls. She 85, 85 at the time. So
yeah,
I get it. It's some stuff that they don't accept, but times are changing. Times are changing.
But sometimes, Ben, I ain't gonna lie to you. Times are changing, but sometimes with the time changing, that does not mean the change is good. And I'm not saying it's bad. Yeah. I'm not. But it's just like, again, I'm not gonna say that you people use religion to bash. You really can't say that, because again, that's just like even with being political. You know, as far as political beliefs and everything. This is what you was taught. This is how you live. This is X, Y, and Z. Most people, we're Democrats because we were born like into this. We're middle class, so we whatever. Huh?
No, I think you like my nose. Go ahead.
You say how I like it?
No, go ahead. You good.
But yeah, you know.
You might have to cut that out, JT.
It's okay, friend. Get your lips together, friend.
Not to get my nose together. You know, her air conditioner too high, y'all. It made my nose run.
Awesome. But yeah, I just feel like some things that are taught to you, it could kind of naturally just stick with you. So, you know, even when we're children, certain things, because, you know, just like how you feel it's okay with being with another woman, you also have men in this world who feel like, yeah, I'm 40, but she's 16. But that's okay, because in certain areas of the world, this is acceptable.
Are we comparing pedophilia and homosexuality?
They're both kind of could be looked at as as bad. Or even, I'm not going to even take that. It's just certain things that don't sit normal with some people. And I could go for even like stealing or something. Like, you got sticky fingers or some shit, and it's just like, you know that this is wrong, but this is who you is. This is your lifestyle. This is how you operate. This is how you survive. Mm-hmm. And you expect me to like accept that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And but the difference being pedophilia, you're hurting someone. You're causing trauma to someone. You're taking advantage of a minor. Stealing, you're doing something that's morally incorrect.
We look at that as being a pedophile, but again, in some countries, because I asked I had a conversation with an African yesterday. Is that proper to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, an African. I had a conversation with someone, and I said, so in your country, let me ask you, if you're the age you are now, I'm not going to say his age, but let's just say he got gray hair. And I said, and you are dating like a 15 or 16-year-old woman. I said, in your country, is that acceptable? And he said, yeah. He said, yeah. He said, America makes it like, and this is a black man, and his whole thing was, this is what he told me. He said, I don't think it's nothing wrong with it. And to me, honestly, he is a good man. I will say from what I know of him.
Had your kids, cause he a
No,
pervert.
No, but he said, but when I came over to America, I had to adjust to their rules, and this is not something that they do. Like, it's not something that they do. And then he did bring up like homosexuality. He said, like, in my country, we don't have that. But he said, he was like, I don't have an issue with it. You know, I accept people for who they are. He was like, but it's certain things that everybody have their own different beliefs, and it doesn't make one person right. It doesn't make one person wrong. That's how I look at it.
No, but one thing is legal, one thing is illegal.
Here in the United States. But if you go to another country, it'll be vice versa. So then what happens? You going to jail for this shit.
I can't answer it because
your ass
I guess I'm just gonna be in jail. I mean,
put me on your visiting list because I'm gonna come and see you.
You come see me.
Okay, so let's go. Moving forward a little bit. Oh, let's talk about like your love life.
Okay.
Like being with another woman, right? How do you handle that? Because all in all honesty, I cannot see myself dating a woman like myself. Because the way I know I stress my guy out, there's no way I can handle that if it's being done to me.
Well,
if that makes sense.
For me, it's not. I think because I'm a mild-tempered woman, I'm not all feisty and shit and nagging and doing typical woman things. No offense to my fellow women.
Yeah, I think
but because I don't do that, I think it makes being a lesbian a little easier. Because I know some studs who are a little more in tune with their feminine side, who butt heads.
Do you think
with
you're
their
in
feminine
tune
woman
with someone like your feminine?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. But as you can see, like just based off me, you, and Gooseby conversation, I feel them. I can relate to more so the male side of things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think with me being the personality I have makes it easier to be a lesbian.
Okay. So there's no way that you would ever kind of consider being with a man, kind of? You don't think you would ever consider something like that?
I'm not into men. Like I said, even though I said earlier, I can tell you if a man's attractive, I'm not sexually into men. Just knowing the role that I play in my relationship, the person I want to be.
Yeah,
being
so
being in a heterosexual relationship doesn't allow me to do that.
Right, so you're like the for real alpha of your relationship.
I'm not an alpha female.
No? So what are you?
I'm not a beta female either. I'm more so like I'm in between. Have you ever heard of like a sigma male, sigma female?
The only thing I know that's like my sister's sorority people.
Okay, look up the different types because there's more people think it's just alpha male and beta male. It's not. It's other types of male and females too.
Okay.
But yes, I'm more. If you ask if I'm more dominant, you know what I'm saying. I'm more dominant. Yes.
Yeah.
Then being with a man would allow me to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And that works for your girlfriend. Like that works for your partner. That you're like that dominant person. You take like. I don't want to say you're alpha because that's what I was thinking but you like take the lead or you're like the final decision maker. You
let her tell it. Let her tell it. She plays that role. Like we have a 50-50 with that. Like some shit. Hey, so like some stuff she can like to drive. You know, most of the time the man is the driver of the relationship. She's our driver. Like
that's not my relationship.
You the driver too?
I try.
Like when it comes to driving. I'm a passenger princess. Like it's a lot of like we see what we do what fits in our relationship. It's balanced.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like in some like she's more domesticated than me. I'm more of a provider, protector than her. Like it's certain stuff that we do, you know?
Okay, well since we talking about 50-50 friend, let me get in my friend business. Friend, so do you be paying all the bills or what? Because you know this 50-50 thing has been a big deal.
Only in black culture. Other races ain't talking about this shit.
How do you know? Do you talk to other races to know that they talking about this kind of shit or no?
Do you see Mexicans and whites posting about this on a daily basis? I feel like this comes up a little bit too much.
I don't follow a lot of Mexicans and whites. And you know what? We're going to get Lupiana on the phone one day. And we're going to have her tell us her Mexican
And her dad is Mika Chaka, or whatever the term is. What? Her daddy... Her mama makes her daddy plate and he goes to work. Call her and ask her.
Okay, but
Mexicans ain't fighting over this shit.
Kanisha, make your personal shit. Your business.
My personal, the men in my family that I was brought up around, they are providers. That's
like
what I
people
believe
go
in.
50-50, that's you not providing, or what you think that
I'm not saying it's not you providing, because you're still making a way for your family. I think you do what you see fit in your relationship.
That's what I was looking for.
However, a woman is not going to be her full self and be as submissive if she can with a nigga she going 50-50 with.
Why do you think that?
Because I know that.
But why?
Ain't no woman in this world, no woman that's going to say they're not attracted to stability. Even though, yeah, you can take care of your own bills, you can get your own hair and nails done. Mm-hmm. I know it feels good for somebody to do that for you you know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Every once in a while.
But you know, when people talk about the 50-50 aspect, they usually just speaking on the finances of the relationship. But it's also a lot of more shit that the women carry in the relationship that can sometimes make them go over the 50%. In a lot of ways. Like, you have... A lot of women are, I have to make sure I cook. I have to make sure I clean. I got to take care of these kids. I got to do this. I got to do that.
Right. So if your woman...
And she still got to go to work.
Right.
So even with all of that shit being said, she's over the 50-50 balance. Like, even if you paying the bills and you doing whatever you doing, sometimes that financial shit still ain't enough.
Exactly. So look, you expect a woman to cook, clean, fuck, take care of the kids, go work a full-time job, and go 50-50 with you. And all you got to do is go 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Take out the garbage, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Now, if the man's taking care of the kids, cooking, cleaning, fucking, whatever else you want him to do, then you go ahead and you take care of some majority of the bills and let that man fall back. But it depends on what you're doing in your household. It depends on what you're doing in your household. Depends on what y'all got going on.
I don't know, friend. I do feel like it really depends on how everything works.
So let's say I'm at home with the kids. I'm cooking, cleaning, making sure everything right.
You just stay at home?
You go ahead. No, whoever the stay-at-home mom is, whoever's doing this.
Okay.
If you doing all that, I can't possibly ask you to go 50-50 with me. You know what I'm saying? How are you getting this money if you taking care of the family? So of course I'm okay with paying majority.
So when your spouse has kids and all that, you gonna want her to stay at home all the time, or you gonna carry too?
I'm gonna carry too.
So then, is it gonna? Okay, so then will it be like the role will be reversed?
Yes,
because now
the roles will be reversed.
But then, how you gonna feel if your girl don't be looking at you like, I can't do this shit for you? I'm providing for you, even though you just had the baby.
No, you're not providing for me. You're taking care of the team. Because I don't want my kids to have the same upbringing I had. I came from a single mother household where my mama was working too much to go to games, to go to parent-teacher conference. You know what I'm saying? Because she just focused on providing. With me having the luxury of having a 2-parent household, I don't mind doing the work, or you know what I'm saying, taking time for you to do the work or for me to do the work so the kids are taken care of. That's cool with me.
Okay, that's fair.
As long as they're taken care of the right way. I don't want to just have kids and just have them without raising them and parenting them. That's what's wrong with society right now. These kids aren't being taught. They're not being guided.
Well, shit, you can't really say that because some of them they can be taught, but a lot of the parents now feel like they friends to the kids. So
right.
That's where you kind of get a little crisscross there too. So it's kind of, but that's another conversation.
Yes,
friend.
Ain't got nothing to do with Pride Month. Let's take it back. Let's take it back to Pride Month.
Okay, let's take it back to Pride Month, friend. So let's talk about your sex life. Ooh.
Okay.
Because friend, you be wearing your strap outside.
I don't wear my strap under my clothes. The old age question. Use an old school bull dagger if you wear your strap under your clothes.
I don't think my friend is a bull dagger.
No. It may call me a bull dagger one time.
You should have spent. No, disregard that.
But no, that's to me. That
Wait,
is.
so you've never, it has not been one time in your life where you stepped foot outside and had your strap on?
I've never worn my strap in public. Ever.
And I'm going to believe you because you my friend. I'm going to believe that. I'm going to believe it.
No judgment. It's just not me. I think it's kind of distasteful. But do it to each his own. Now, the only part I can understand, because it do kind of kill the mood to go get that strap to put on when you finna have sex. Now, if you already got it readily available, I understand. That makes it a little better, but
that makes it easier.
It makes it easier, but other than that,
okay,
I've never worn my strap under my clothes.
You never worn your strap under your clothes,
mm-hmm.
But then you got to stop the mood to go get the strap, and then you got to come back still hoping she's still feeling how she was feeling.
My strap right on my nightstand, like right, boom, put it on that, you know. Yeah. Hey.
Okay, well if you're not in your bedroom, what if you're somewhere else, like trying to do something, you know?
What you mean?
You know, people be having sex all kind of places, you know?
Yeah, then we ain't gonna be using no strap at that point. I mean.
So then what you gonna be doing, friend?
Excuse me. I mean, I really want to think, like, I be wondering, what do heterosexual people do? What do y'all, other than, y'all do more than penetration, right?
Yeah.
All right.
But that'd be the best part, friend. That's the best part. But, you know, you stay gay because I don't want you acting like how me and Rachel be acting.
No, I ain't trying to be a dick crazy.
You know? So you stay how you is, friend. So, okay, so are you like one of the women that like kind of, you want shit done to you too, or you just like, no, I'm the guy, I'm doing the shit to you?
I don't get strapped, if that's what you're asking.
So you've never...
I've never had penis or strap before. I'm going to put that out there for y'all.
And that's nothing to be ashamed about.
I'm not ashamed at all. I'm a real lesbian. I'm a real stud. That's what I
do. Oh, my God. Friend.
You asked.
I did, because I'm trying to be nosy, but damn. So how you know you don't like men then if you ain't never...
I just said I'm not sexually attracted to men.
Okay, so that's how you feel like you don't like men because you're not sexually attracted to
them. No, I've never been like... Damn, I feel so bad because... sorry to everyone that's going to be watching. This is my elder. I've never looked at a man like, oh, I want him to fuck me. I want to... Man. Like, I've never looked at nobody and said that.
But you look at women and say that?
Yeah. Like I'm attracted to women.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So you do like the typical guy thing, like if a woman walking by, you gonna slightly turn your head and watch it a little bit?
Yeah.
So when you do that, what do you think? I'm asking you because I be seeing men do this and I just be wanting to know what's going through their mind. So you close to like, you know.
Like she got a fat ass or I just look. I mean, what you...
Okay. So you're not like Mike off the wood. Was that Mike
when
off
he got
the
hard? What's gonna get hard? Come on, G. What's gonna get hard?
Your nipples or something? I don't fucking know. Okay.
I should never told you to ask me whatever you want to ask. We should have went over a script.
Okay, friend. So your first time eating vagina, because you said, you know, what do heterosexuals do? You know, well, I have a lot of people I know, because, like, my aunt told me she has never put a penis in her mouth before. And that's
I don't blame her. I feel like sucking penis is disgusting.
That's fine.
Even when I watch porn, I fast forward that part of the porno.
Why are you watching porn?
What do you mean?
I don't.
You don't watch porn?
No,
you never watch porn, ever?
I have seen, like, a few episodes, maybe, but I'm not, like, a, hey, let me cut this porn on real quick kind of person. You know?
I don't watch it all the time, but I'll watch it every now and then.
Okay. So, yeah, so your first experience, like, for real with a woman, how was that? Like, how was the virginity break? I know you didn't get yours broken, but how was that, like, your first time having sex with a woman?
My first time eating coochie was terrible.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know what I was doing, truthfully. And
well, why are you watching the porn for? You ain't learning nothing.
I wouldn't say I didn't know I was doing. I was more so nervous.
You was nervous.
And the young lady had a very bad odor.
Oh,
very
friend.
Bad. Very
and
bad.
You still put your mouth on her?
I went down there. I'm like, and then mind you, I mean, even though I knew how my vagina smelled.
Yeah.
But this is the first vagina I put my. I'm you know.
You had to put it to the test.
I had to see what was going on, and I'm just like, oh no. Now I say. I came back up and like I just fingered her a little bit. Like, what you doing?
Wait. So you didn't? So did you eat it or you didn't? Eat
I tried to, but I stopped.
You got nauseous.
I got like I don't know what's going on with you. I can't do this. I can't do this. Came back up and just fingered or whatever.
And then you said, "Girl,
that was before I started. That's when I was still like a little baby stud. I wasn't using no strap yet.
Okay, so you was just coming like that.
Yeah,
That's interesting, friend. I can't believe you did that. That's interesting. You a bad one for that one. Cause
you asked me for the truth. I'm gonna give you the truth.
I asked you for the truth, but damn.
Yeah.
You don't put your mouth on nothing that got a little older friend.
You tell me now.
I should have been your friend all them years ago.
Yeah.
Now, what if the young lady watching this?
I ain't gonna share this on my Facebook. I'm not resharing this one. Granny, my granny. What?
Baby, Granny gonna be there with the blessed oil for sure. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So, you did mention that you want to have kids.
Yeah.
How do you plan on doing that? Are you gonna go to natural like route? Or are you gonna be like doing the shots or whatever? How do they even do that? What do they do?
So what they do, like they'll take your eggs, take the semen, the sperm, whatever, put it together outside the body, then put it back in the body.
Okay.
You're right.
Okay.
But I have a sperm donor. One of my close friends is going to be my sperm donor. Me and my partner's sperm donor. We're not having sex. So either however we can get it without having sex, that's how we're going to have the baby. Yeah.
So are you nervous about that, considering like you've never been like penetrated for real or anything? So it's like,
I don't plan on getting penetrated.
Right, but I'm saying when a baby got to come through the canal and all of that, like.
No, I'm not worried about that.
Oh.
I got a decent pain tolerance. I know motherhood is different. I'm more so nervous, scared about motherhood more so than actually giving birth.
Why are you scared about motherhood? I think you'll be a great mom.
Think so too, but it's still so much more I can learn, or so much more to, so much more to experience. Yeah. I think in the back of everybody's head, like, will I be a good mom? Lesbian or straight? I feel like most people think that.
Yeah, I think that too, friend. That's probably why I'm not a mom yet.
Yeah.
Well, what I was about to say, you gonna let me be like in a room where you have the baby? Or?
No, and I told you this already. No.
Okay, so
can
I give you a baby shower?
I'm hiding. We gonna do what they was doing during the COVID, the pull up baby shower. Y'all can go drop my gift off in front of the house.
So wait, hold on, because I'm like one of your best friends now. So you're not gonna let me see you pregnant?
You can see me pregnant.
Because I was gonna come over to that house, baby. Somebody gonna let me in.
You can see me pregnant. I'm not going to work, but you can see me pregnant.
So you're gonna take, as soon as you find out you're pregnant, you're gonna take 9 months off, and then the 10 extra weeks?
I'm gonna leave when I start showing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then the kids gonna be, Miss McMorris, why your stomach look hard?
I can't stand her ass, man.
What you gonna say? What you gonna say, friend?
I got a tumor.
Don't say that. Why would you say that?
Because them kids ignorant. I ain't for telling my business.
Wow. Now that I do not want you to say. Jesus. You went too far.
I don't know. I'll come up with something.
Okay, so the last question, kind of. As far as like the LGBT.
QIA plus.
QIA plus.
Yeah.
I don't know what most of that means, and that's fine.
Let me tell you.
Go for it.
Lesbian, queer, bisexual, transgender. Did I give you? That's it, right? LGBTQ.
What the rest of it?
Oh, IA, intersexual, asexual.
Well, what's the plus?
I don't know what the plus is. Whatever.
They say bonus, bitch.
I'm gonna have to do my research because I need to know.
Okay.
But yeah.
So do you identify as any?
I told you I'm a lesbian at the beginning of the documentary. I mean the podcast.
So you just do the lesbian part. So you don't think you'll ever like? I ain't gonna say transition over because I don't think you would get like penis attached to you or anything. Because then you're going to be outside acting bad, friend, and we don't want that. But have you ever considered, like, changing your identity? Or what do you even think about?
You talking about be trans man?
I guess, I don't know. So if you a woman going to a man, you're going to be a trans man. And if you a man going to a woman...
A woman transitioning to a man is a trans man. A woman transitioning to a man... I'm sorry. A man transitioning into a woman is a trans woman.
Okay. Wait, a woman? What?
A man transitioning to a woman is a trans woman. And then a woman
so whatever you transition into, that's the ending part. So you would technically be a trans man if you were transitioning.
So you know now they're getting away from that, putting trans in front of woman or trans in front of man. You know what I'm saying? Within the community.
So they're just gonna be woman and man?
Yeah. So like you and I'm a cisgender woman.
You
a cisgender woman. You're a cisgender woman.
Okay.
Goolsby and JT would be a cisgender man.
Mhm. So we gotta start putting the cisgender in the front. Oh wait, what?
I know people are opposed to it, but like I get it. So me being a cisgender woman, so like I'm a lesbian cisgender woman.
Mhm.
Cisgender woman would be my sexual organs match my gender, what I identify as.
What you identify as? Okay.
Yeah.
So you know how like dinosaurs, like they kind of go back to like the bones and all of that other good stuff, like you know.
A fossil?
Yeah, like the fossils and stuff.
Yeah.
So how do you think the world would be like if a trans man or whatever kind of passed away, and then years later somebody found like his bones or the skeleton and everything?
I've never heard a question like that.
No, I'm just asking. You know, you could like if somebody be like, we found like a skeleton body or something on the beach or something. You know, people die all the time on the beach, or they find bodies all the time in the ocean, and then like they do the dental work of it, because you know that's how you determine everything, and then it comes back like a man or a woman. Like, do you think it would be kind of like, how would the trans part kind of support this in a sense? Like if your dental work is saying one thing, but you're kind of mentally saying something else.
By the time our fossils come up, I don't think it would be questions like that anymore. I think we're going to be to the point where transgender is a norm. So I don't think.
How do you feel about those things? Because I know you're not doing it, but how do you feel about like transgenders or, you know, stuff like that?
Things that don't directly affect me don't bother me. Like if you decide to transition to a man tomorrow, I will support you because you're my friend, and it doesn't bother me. Like, do what you want to do with yourself, as long as you're not hurting anyone or breaking any rules or.
So when you say hurting anyone, you say more in a physical aspect, right?
No, physical, emotionally.
Because I'm about to say, you know, what if it is women out there who feel kind of offended to that? Like,
what is okay? So that I've been hearing that a lot. What is offensive about someone admiring your gender so much they want to be that?
I would say it's not that I don't know if you're admiring it or not. Yeah. But sometimes I could look at it and it's like, this motherfucker making a mockery out of this. No. You know, but that's how some people could look at it. I'm not saying everybody, but you know, even too, I don't mind, like I said, I don't mind you being homosexual or whatever you want to be, but it does sometimes annoy me when I see like loud guys, I guess, I don't know, like I don't know, like, or they're doing too much, and it's like, yeah, as a black woman, I don't really act like this, but you're pushing it like this is what we do, or this is how you see what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
But, you know, even to stuff like that. And then I'm not going to lie to you. One time I got irritated because I seen a commercial and it was a man, like he had a period or something. And I'm like, bro, you really don't understand the shit that comes behind this. You know, like the embarrassment, you know, women get when things like this happen, or just the pain that you're in, or, you know, even to, because it has to do with like your eggs and everything, you know, like some women can't even get pregnant, you know, and then it's like, but you standing here you know, I'm not saying everything is offensive. I'm not saying that at all. But some things I feel like it can be like, hold on, like, this a bit much. Hold on. You see what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I get both views. Like I just
and that's
said.
what I said, right?
Yeah.
I could kind of get both views of it, but it's just like, it could be tough because, you know, like, you still a woman at the end of the day, so you deal with, like, certain things, you know, as a woman. Emotionally, like, physically, like, shit, even if you one day wore an all-white suit to a wedding or some shit, and then your period came, and now you just bloodied the fuck out, like, and it's a terrible time, you know, or something like that. You see what I'm saying? But then it's like, but here you are, like, making it like you get these things, or you feel this pain, or, you know, you going through the same thing, and it's like, bro, you're not.
I don't know, because I just take that admiration. Like, you want to be that close to a woman, you admire us that much that you want a period. You want to know what these things feel like that you will never know what feel like. But you're, you know, that curious, that, you know what I'm saying, like, you respect what we got going on that much that you're willing to do all that, and that's it doesn't bother me. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. You know,
Yeah.
There ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay. Well, friend, our time here is kind of.
And we didn't talk about pride not one time.
Okay, let's talk about pride, y'all. We got a little bit of time. So you gonna take me to the parade?
If you want to go, you can go. You can go.
And I'm gonna wear my stack.
But you know, pride is not just
That's
the
what I was
parade.
gonna get to. That's what I was gonna get to. It was a joke. So what's the whole behind that kind of thing? What's like behind pride? Where did this parade like start? I've never, of course.
So I can't tell you what a parade started and how these festivities started, but I can tell you what it is to have pride, to be proud.
Okay, go ahead.
To be,
what is it about?
Just having pride in who you are, being accepting of who you are, being out. You know, not saying you have to be all loud about it and upfront and flamboyant about who you are, but it's people that live in secrecy every day.
Yeah.
And just to be.
Why do you feel like they live in secret? I mean, I get it, because some people aren't accepted, and some people have a tough time dealing with, like, acceptance and stuff like that. So I do get that.
You know, like, suicide rates for lesbians and transgender and homosexual men are high, like, because some people aren't accepted or they can't live in their own truth. So that's why it's just that much important to be proud of who you are and take pride in what you do.
Has it ever been a time where you told yourself, like, I don't want to be like this, though? Like, I don't, you know, like how you just said, some people, they don't, they may commit suicide, you know, or something, because it's like, they may feel like, I really don't want to be like this, but this is who I am. Do you think people experience that kind of stuff?
I know people experience that. Me personally, I've never experienced that because I have the supportive family and friends that I have. I've never had to live with that type of pain. But it is people. Like, it's people like that lean towards the streets because they're not accepted. They're not accepted by their families and their loved ones. And it's sad, you know?
Yeah. So if you could give any advice to, like, the community or, like, the pride, like, okay, let's say they put you on a podium or something at the Pride Parade, and they said, McMorris, give us a 30-second speech.
I don't have no 30-second speech offhand right now, but
what would be your main focus? What would be your main point of the speech? What would you say?
To be proud of who you are. Live with no regrets. But at the same time, live with some dignity, some honor. And that's pretty much what I think, you know what I'm saying, behind pride. Like,
so, but that's how you feel that relates to you, that you are who you are.
I am who I am, man.
With your head held
I feel like whoever's going to love me, they're going to accept who I am. They're going to love me unconditionally.
Okay, I could get with that.
Yeah.
I didn't offend you on anything today, did I?
No, you didn't offend me, but some topics we could have did without. But it's all good. It's cool.
It's all good.
Yeah,
it's all
here
to talk, you know.
Yeah. I just ain't gonna put it on my Facebook, like I said.
That's okay. I'm gonna tag you.
Don't tag.
Don't worry about it. Well, I truly thank you today for coming.
No problem. You know I gotta support you.
And I truly thank you for being who you are and being such an amazing friend while being who you are. And, you know, again, I am big on whatever decisions you decide to make, however you decide to live your life. I am perfectly fine with it. You know, I just want the best for you. I want you to be happy. I want you to be loved genuinely. I want you to be whatever it takes kind of to get you there. You know, and if it's women that make you feel like that, then shit, that's what it is. Who am I to tell you it's a man friend?
Yeah, I mean, I can see
men gonna have you outside.
If we was rewind,
friend.
I can see if we was 16 and I was telling you this. No, you can't tell me at 30. You know what I mean? So, there's really no opinion you could give at this point. I mean,
yeah,
shit.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you one question. Okay, so you are a woman. By any chance, do you have like... So when you have friends, right, that you are close to, female friends, so is it hard for you to have female friends, first of all? Let's start there.
No, I get along with women.
Okay. So, yeah, because you have me and Rachel for sure.
I get along with women really good. Men and women, really good. Yeah.
But outside of, like, me and Rachel, you know, platonic friendships.
Uh-huh.
When you meet a woman or whatever you know, whoever you're meeting, and you guys get closer, y'all friends, have you ever had, like, a real platonic friendship with, like, a woman? Or did, like, sometimes your friendship, it'd be like, damn, I'm starting to feel this girl, or what? Because
you know what's crazy?
Your friend.
It's completely opposite.
Is it?
Yes. A couple of my friends, I probably was attracted to, had a little crush on before I actually got to know them. Mm-hmm. So usually when I get to know women, know more about them, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I've never
gonna dog her or what's gonna happen?
No, just like all right, bitch, I know a little too much about you now. I don't like you like that. You know what I'm saying? I haven't had any female friends who I've grown to like on that level. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you know how, like, sometimes with men and women, they could become friends, and then like, you know, like the movie Brown Sugar, and then all of
yeah, and then you be like, oh, you kind of dope. Like I'm really, I can mess with you.
Right. So that's what I'm asking. Like, do y'all kind of have that going on?
No.
You ain't never had that?
Cause you get to know your friends, and you be like,
this a dog ass.
No, damn, she kind of nerve wracking. You know what I'm saying? I can't be. I can't. No,
oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay, good. That's good.
Or she, you know, my friend got a little hole in her. Like, no. And you know what's crazy? Like, my female friends, personality-wise.
Do you have a lot of female friends?
Well, you can't call everybody your friend.
That's true.
But majority of my friends, close associates, are women. I have a lot of guy friends, but majority of my friends are women.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, you know, I got sisters, so.
Yeah, that plays a part.
That plays a part.
So with your female friends, it was just like,
No, like a couple of my female friends that I was like physically attracted to. Mm-hmm. Once I got to know them on a mental level, I can never mess. You know what I'm saying? Can never mess with them or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, so it'd be platonic friends.
Yeah, platonic friends.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, as we were saying, like, our time has come to an end. So
yeah, I feel like this was an hour?
Yeah, 53 minutes.
Yeah.
But I 100% thank you for coming out. And I thank you again for being honest, because that's what it's supposed to be about, you know, living in your truth, or, you know, sitting in a hot seat sometime, I don't know. You know, but yeah, I thank you for coming out. And I want to give a special shout out to my friend's cousin LaRon.
Rest in peace, LaRon. I'm gonna celebrate for you next month, man.
I'm gonna try too, LaRon. So because I'm gonna buy those stacked shoes I sent y'all that you didn't like.
Girl, don't wear the ugly ass shoes.
Oh, Jesus. You always hate my clothes, but I be feeling like I'm fine to your girl. So anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, friend, I thank you for coming out. I thank you for being honest. And to everyone that's watching, if it, you know, applies to you, happy Pride Month. And I hope that you guys live in your truth. I hope that you're kind of honest with yourself, honest with your family, you know, and just accept things for what it is. And whoever in with you, sometimes you gotta stay fuck it, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I hope everyone has a great month. I hope that you guys enjoy. I hope that you enjoy too, friend. I'm more than sure that you will. And again, thank you, and I love you so dearly.
No
friend.
problem.
So dearly.
It's been a pleasure.
So sound excited.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. I'm sorry. I appreciate you. Thank you for welcoming me to your show. Even wanted to take time out and do a podcast on Pride Month and sexuality. That was pretty cool.
I don't discriminate. Shit. 'Cause, friend, we might be in hell together. Same as seat. I'm just playing, though. I'm just playing. I can't go to hell. Okay, well, y'all, it's been good. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope I see you guys next episode. Have a good one. And thank you for tuning in to Pretty Lips Talk.